Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Gentleman, a podcast that deals with the early life of J.R. Hendrick. The following is an interview of J.R.'s father with Florida Republican Congressman Ford Bellagio on position points with Greg Sanders. August 28th, 1996. An international car stealing ring from Honduras has reached to the death of a continuing education teacher in Manhattan. In other news, the battle of the budget heats up in Washington, D.C., and the personal attacks get even heavier. I have with me some good friends of mine. Republican Florida Congressman Ford Blasio and Administrator for Entrepreneurial Affairs James Ryan Hendrick. Ford, how are you? John. Ford, I'm going to start with you. Nevada Congressman Alonzo Reno from Nevada called you out on the House floor about the battle of the budget and how you personally are benefiting from it being delayed. You know, I'm going to say this. These attacks on Jim and I, Congressman Reno and Philip Later, we never said your name on the House floor or the media the past month. And even though we can't sue as private citizens, we know a coalition of private citizen conservative Americans that are willing to go after the mainstream media, which has come looking for drama. And one thing I do know about Congressman Reno from Nevada, he's doing this for show. Because before 1993, his first term in Congress, he was a Democrat who was against Bush. And then all of a sudden, he gets disillusioned with Clinton. He comes over to the other side and muddies the waters. So he deserves everything that I have coming at him because he's corrupt. Okay? And if he wants a debate on the House floor, fine. Let's not duke it out on our home districts. Let's debate it honestly on the House floor in front of the American people, along with some people in our home districts who can hear it. But I know why Congressman Reno is doing this. He's doing this for clout and score points with some Reagan Republicans and the Clinton administration for clout. What I'm saying is he's a D.C. insider sellout who has caved many times to the Clinton administration. And yet, what has he done? He's gone after Congressman Bruce Grayson for no reason whatsoever. He's gone on after the Citizens for Integrity Coalition, who I happen to know is suing CBMC and the Public Inquirer for $8 billion in defamation on behalf of myself and Mr. Hendrick. I'm going to call you out on this. You may be the congressman from Nevada, but I happen to know you were educated at Harvard and Princeton. So don't be going out there attacking me for my stance on the budget when you never took a bullet for your country. I served in Grenada and Beirut. So watch your step with me. Jim, the personal attacks on you, how is that affecting you? Once again, I don't like having to use dirty tactics. But let's be honest. Back in 1979, I was drilling for oil. What about you? You joined Carter and the environmentalists for being a problem. In 1986, I was gracing the stage with country music. What were you doing? Let's face it, you went to Harvard Law School. You say you know about small business. You know real estate and development. Let's be honest. You know real estate and development. And you met Bill Clinton in 1986, one of your Renaissance weekends. You and Congressman Reynard, y'all never came out of Washington, New York. All right. You went to Duke, Michigan, and Harvard. So those top tier universities, you don't know a damn thing about Middle America. And don't think for a minute that I don't know, because I do know. Like Congressman Blasio, I faced some hard times in the military in Vietnam when my plane was shot down. I'm also going to be putting, tomorrow before noon, I'm going to be putting the Clinton administration on notice. They have 5 weeks to have me fired because I'm going to be delivering a letter of recommendation, a resignation to Phil Flavor, to Mickey Cantor, to President Clinton. Someone is going to accept that letter of resignation, or I swear to God, I walk out. Is it true, Jim, that you've considered supporting Ross Perot for president? Yes, I am. He's a Texas businessman. He believes in serving the country. What we have here is an ivory tower of draft orders. And Congressman Blasio, what is it you believe? Let me tell you something. These ivory tower people in the Clinton administration and the corrupt people in the halls of Congress in both parties, let me tell you something. We know what we saw. Now, I'm running for re-election in Congress. Jim Hendrick knows that. He wants to go back to Texas and be at peace with his family. But it ain't good enough for some of you. You think it's good to go on Ragmag TV and attack him personally. His wife had to go answer to the press early this morning outside of his home at 14 Heritage Gate. That shouldn't be going on. That's right, Congressman, it shouldn't be. But once again, it's corrupt, cheap tactics. And I'm going to put everybody in the administration on notice. You have 5 weeks. You have 5 weeks to do what you want with me, or I'm going to keep attacking until the day I quit. And everybody is going to know when I leave power. I'll tell people just how corrupt this administration is. The sad thing is, Jim, some of the American people don't have that registered anger anymore. The second quarter earnings, the statistics in July show that it is dramatically picked up. That's true. The economy has picked up. A lot of wonderful legislation has passed. But I'm tired of my family being a punching bag. My days playing power games in D.C. is limited. Sure, I wouldn't mind doing some political control on the sidelines. But as far as I'm concerned, the future of what's going on in this family, I say this, the future that's going on in this family falls to my kids. You think it falls to your oldest son. That boy is too sickly. That boy is too sickly. Last week, to my consternation, he just gave away the presidency of one of his companies. So, therefore, I'm sorry to say this. I love my boy. But he's weak. We'll be back more about the international car ring and the contest between state and federal in New York regarding the death of a teacher. This is Position Point with Greg Sanders, Reynard News. Hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Texts and Gentlemen. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of the adventure. This is the James Hendrick Empowerment Network saying until next time, take care and get ready for the rest of the story. It's going to get interesting from here.